Hey everyone, so this is a really beautiful day today. I'm trying to film out here in the greenhouse because I'm doing some work out here. My neighbor's dogs are non-stop, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to reshoot this video or not, but here we go. I just want to bring you the list for this week's planting. Okay, if you've been following along, I'm doing a week by week planting schedule. I have a spreadsheet that you guys can download. Just if I remember to put it in the description, I will. Otherwise, you can look at my previous videos, and there should be a link in the description. And basically, you just click the link, open the spreadsheet, click on File and Copy, or File and Download, and then you'll have your own copy and you can put your own last frost date in. My last frost date, according to the almanac, is April 28th. However, my rule of thumb is usually Mother's Day, and lately, these past few years, it's been going at least another week past Mother's Day. So I'm gonna go roughly May 8th. Okay, I'm in zone 5. You can go according to your zone. But for this week, I'm gonna let you know what you can plant outside under a single layer of protection, and outside under a double layer of protection. So the nights are starting to get to the point where they are a little bit warmer. They're not freezing, but they're not, they're not warm enough for tomatoes, put it that way. Okay, so I'm not putting any tomatoes outside, no peppers outside, no cucumbers, none of that, not yet. Okay, there are some things you can put out before your last frost date, and those things are like the leafy greens, the cold, cool weather crops, the spinach and collards and kales and things like that, Swiss chard. You could do those. Peas, spinach. Did I say spinach? I probably said spinach. Yeah, so those things could go outside before your last frost date. Now, if you are sowing seeds and you want to save time and you want to save space, then the greatest method is to just go ahead and direct sow them outside. Now, there are some rules to the exception. You do have to have some type of protection for your seedlings. So I'm sitting in my greenhouse, and this is not, it's not the most efficient greenhouse, let's put it that way. I think this greenhouse may have cost me $100, little over $100, but it does the trick. Okay, I consider this a single layer of protection. Now, this is not going to keep my plants warm, but this is going to keep the frost off my plants. Okay, that's the whole idea of protection, is to keep the frost off. All right, so under a single layer, if you've got something like this, or you might have a plastic tote, a row cover, a cold frame, there are many things you can do for a single layer of protection. Okay, a single layer of protection, you can do arugula, beets, bok choy, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, carrots, chives, collards, dill, endive, horseradish, kale, kohlrabi, leeks, lettuce, mash, mizuna, mustard, onion, oregano, potatoes, radicchio, radish, salsify, sorrel, spinach, Swiss chard, and turnips. You can direct sow all of those things outside under a single layer of protection right now. If you're in zones 5 and 6, your last frost date is roughly the beginning of May, you can do those things all outside now under a single layer of protection. This is going to save you all types of time and money and space, because you don't have to pot up all these seedlings, you don't have to keep them in light, you don't have to water them. Well, if you've got them under protection, you might have to water them, but more than likely you won't have to do too much watering. Now, a double layer of protection, okay? Cilantro, sage, and thyme. And the reason for that is because the soil needs to be warm enough for those seeds to germinate and also to keep that frost off. Now, things that you can put outside right now without any cover are claytonia and raspberries. Okay, now things that you can still start indoors. Basil is a really frost tender herb. So starting basil indoors would probably be your best bet right now. But other than that, don't start any other seeds because it'll be too early. They'll grow too fast and then you won't have anywhere to put them and they'll need to be going outside. So don't start those things just yet. Tomatoes and peppers, definitely you can start indoors. It's not too late for that. And it's not quite time to start cucumbers just yet because they do grow pretty fast, and squash, those things grow pretty fast. Yeah, so as far as those things are concerned, those warm weather, pumpkin, don't start any pumpkin yet. Melons, it's not time for melons. Couple more weeks, guys, okay? A couple more weeks and then you can start those types of things. But that's the list for this week. What I'm doing now today, I'm getting some chives planted, some dill. This is the Long Island Mammoth dill. I'm going to do some radishes. I'm going to do spinach and some romaine lettuce. I already have some things planted like cabbage and some leafy greens, cauliflower, broccoli. I got those things already going. So yeah, that's about it. That's what I'm doing this week, and hopefully you guys are planting and getting things started. In a couple more weeks you guys can start some warm weather crops, and we'll go over the list for that when that time comes. Like I said, you guys can download the spreadsheet, and then you guys will have your own list, and it's got a color-coded key there, if you can see that, and it tells you what to sow indoors, what to sow outdoors under a double cover, outdoors under a single cover, and then just to sow it outdoors with no cover at all. So that's it for this week, and I hope you guys are happy planting. I hope you guys are enjoying some good weather, and until next time, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.